What's up? I mean, yo, what's up guys? Dar is back in World of Tanks, patch 8.1. And today guys, we are looking at the tier 4 medium. The next step is the tier 5 heavies. So, tier 4 medium is the Matilda. There it is, fully upgraded. I'll zoom in on it a little bit here. As you can see, pretty much with the exception of that gun, pretty much, in fact, let's look at these guns here. So there's the derp gun. It's got a howitzer for it. Looks a lot like, let's try the original gun. No, that's not it. And I know the gold tank's not a howitzer, so it doesn't have the same gun. Okay, and I accidentally sold my gold Matilda on the PTR. I was just randomly selling shit just to make spots to buy these tanks, so I didn't have to use up all the gold to buy slots to get all the tanks. Okay, so this is the Matilda, tier 4. This is pretty much the identical to the tier 5 version we have on live. Let's go to the store here. Here is the one we have on live. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to keep these in the game or not, but for now they're still in the test server, so there you go. That's all we know for sure at this time. Excuse me. I have heard speculation that maybe they will beef them up and then take them off the sell list, so they're rare and they're actually, they're really good, I guess. That's just hearsay what I heard. Okay, difference between the tier 4 and tier 5. Well, let's see, the tier 4 has 340 hit points. Tier 5, 610. Now, remember, the tier 5 is a gold tank. Let's see, tier 4 is a little bit lighter. Less engine power. 1 kph slower. Traverse is 1 degree per second slower. The haul on the 55, or on the tier 5 is 75 on the front, 55 on the rear and sides. Whereas the tier 5 is 55 on the front, 70 on the sides, and 55 on the rear. So it's got the same hull armor on the front, less on the sides, same on the rear. But you do not, I repeat, do not want to be showing the sides of your tank to anyone any damn way. Alright, let's move along. Shell damage. Tier 4, 63 damage. Gold version, tier 4, what's called tier 5. Tier 5, 138. It's a tier higher, and it's a gold tank. It should have more damage. Penetration, 98 on the tier 4, 108 on the tier 5. Not a whole lot of difference there. But again, it should be more. Rate of fire on tier 4. 28.5 per minute. 16 on the tier 5. The tier 5's actually got a pretty decent gun. I have that on live. I have that tank on live. It's pretty decent. And, I've got a video on it. You can find it under the gold tank playlist on my channel. Traverse speed, a little bit faster, 34 to 38, so a little bit faster on the tier 4. View range, a little bit less on the tier 4 at 330 compared to 350 on the tier 5. Signal range, 350 on tier 4, 570 on tier 5, which I really couldn't give a shit less about that part. But the main thing I wanted to look at is the armor. Turret, same on both of them, 75 all the way across. Hull, 75 on the front, 75 on the front, and that's what you want to be showing anyway. So it's pretty much the same. At least it feels the same as playing the gold version, the tier 5 version on live. And I really like it, just because it can take a hell of a beating. That's why I like it. That's probably why I like the KV5 so much. Is because it can take a hell of a beating. Now, it's only got 75 armor. So, I'm guessing, we can zoom in and try to find it. I've noticed a lot of them have spaced armor. And you can see. See, I'm not actually seeing any on here that, or I'm just not good at identifying what spaced armor really is. But this thing is bouncy as hell. And I love that about it. And it's not very curvy. But, and this is something you want to keep in mind for all of the, at least from here all the way up the tree. That includes the Churchill that is currently on live. See how we're looking at it right here? This is how you want to angle your armor. When your enemy's looking at you, this is what you want him to see. Because this right here's, a lot of times they're going to be hitting this area right in here. And you will bounce off of here. You will bounce off these sides. And your tracks will eat so much damage. So you'll lose your tracks, but you won't take any damage. Even the Churchill that's in live right now, you want to be doing that. Let's go over here to heavies just real quick here. Russia. Where's my Churchill? Right here. Again, you want to angle it just like this, because look at that. That wheel well hides all of those weak points in the front. What's left here is at an angle. And this here is at an angle. So, I mean, I bounce so much off this thing just by angling it this way. And these tracks right here will eat so much damage. I mean, it will, it's crazy. I mean, it is freaking nuts. How much damage these tracks will eat and how many shots you could take. Because the weak point's right here in the mantlet. This is the major weak point. And it's going to be the same with some of the ones in the new tree over here on the on the British. But yeah, and there's a strategy. There is a strategy for that to avoid taking some of them hits. Same strategy that you use on the KV5, and I'll repeat this when we get to those videos, is move that turret. When you're not shooting, when you're not waiting for that, okay, I move my turret, stop, bang, shoot, move my turret. Not the whole tank, just the turret. Move the turret. Because as long as that's moving, that makes that little spot right there harder to hit because it's moving. Just like with the R2-D2 on the KV5. Move the hull. Move the hull back and forth. Makes it harder to hit. Alright, so let's get back to our Matilda. This thing is awesome. I love this tank. I love it on live, and I love it here. This is why I'm not going to be using free experience to get past this, just because I want to play it. I want to grind through it. Tier 4s usually don't get screwed that bad. This thing, should have no problem in a Tier 5 match. With the armor on it. Because it's the same armor, the same hull shape, the same turret shape. It's all the exact same on a Tier 5. So this thing should have no problem bouncing in a Tier 5 match. Penetration of 151. You should have no problem penetrating any of the other guys you go after. Now, like I said, you could use this derp gun, but I wouldn't because I don't because I don't like derps. Like I said, with the exception of the KV2. That's just fun. Put a shell rammer on it. Okay, that's neither here nor there. So I definitely go with this Tier 6 gun QF 2-pounder Mark XB. Weird name, but it's actually a pretty decent gun, especially for a Tier 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put me some consumables on here. I mean, usually I don't put consumables on anything under Tier 5. Most people don't put consumables on until Tier 7, which I totally agree with. But I just happen to enjoy Tier 5, so I play a lot of Tier 5s. Alright, so let's see if we can get us a battle. Hopefully we won't have a problem actually getting logged into the battle here. Came pretty quick. We are at the bottom of the list in a Tier 6 game. So hopefully we won't have any... There we go. It's going to load. Good. That Panzer 4S, that's one of the new gold tanks. We're going to take a look at... I've already bought it, so we're going to take a look at that one. The other one is a Tier 7 Panzer 5. And there it is right there. It's kind of got weird skirting on it. See, it looks like fencing or something on the sides of it. It's kind of weird, but it's got that, looks like the long 70 and the turret from the original Panzer IV. And it's a tier 6 now, so tier 5. Kind of look at it while we drive by, because I haven't even looked at it since I bought it. So I guess that's, I guess the fence on the side is supposed to be some type of weird spaced armor. Is the fencing supposed to protect the sides? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Alright, so we're going to follow this Churchill 7 down here, and Panzer 4S. We're going to protect the hill. Doesn't look like anybody else is too anxious to come down here. Hopefully that Panzer IV is not going all the way around that hillside. Please don't go. Okay, it looks like he stopped. So please don't go all the way around that hillside. Got Panzer 4S coming.
Permission to engage. We didn't even scratch him.
No damage. Not at this range any damn way. He's pretty far down there. Great, and that Panzer IV just ate it. Okay, so I'm going to cover his old position. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cover his position from the other side here. This way, I'm able to turn back around and help this KV, or help this Churchill, which is already getting
Target locked.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's tier 6, too. 2 tiers ahead of me, and he's a medium tier 6. So, yeah, I'm a medium tier 4. So, yeah, he was going to eat me up. Alright, let's go ahead and look at some of these other ones here. That was not a good match, so we're probably going to run it. Look at that, though. That is just weird. They put fencing on the side of it. I don't know why they would do that. That's just weird looking. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be some kind of spaced armor. You know, maybe the shell detonates or something before hitting the tank. Makes that great instead. I don't know. That definitely looks like the long 70 that was on the tier 5 before they stole it from us. Let's see what else we can see. There's another one. Dicker Max. There's the Cornwell. This is the one that just killed me. Looks kind of like a small KV-5, actually. I have a lot bigger gun than what I was using. That's for damn sure. Let's see what else we got. There's ARL. I'm almost, no. Yeah, I'm getting close to unlocking this, I think, on live. There's the Churchill 7, which we will be covering. What's he even looking at? Yeah, we've lost this match. So let's go ahead and get back to the garage. I don't believe we're going to be able to really do anything more unless we run this video for a long time, and I really don't want to do that. So we may just end up cutting it there, guys. But if if you've played the Matilda on live, it's pretty much the same. That was definitely a bad group, and we kind of got the short end of the stick there as far as where we were defending that Panzer IV running up there like an idiot and getting killed. Had he not done that, he could have defended that position and held that guy off, and I could have helped out that KV or that Churchill, and the match would have ended up working out a whole lot better. But you get nooblets, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I mean, most of the people who play this game, or who are on the patch server, have been playing the game. New people don't usually get go to the patch, or go to the PTR. But just because you've been playing the game, doesn't mean you know what in the hell you're doing. And that guy damn sure didn't know what in the hell he was doing. I got caught on the side. Hey, it's back. Let's try it again. I got caught, got a couple shots in the side. By the time I got turned around, I was done. He penetrated me with no problem. And like I said, he was 2 tiers ahead of me. When you're going up against the tank 2 tiers ahead of you, being stuck in that position, you know, I don't care what you're on. 99% of the time, you ain't got much of a shot. So we're back at the bottom of the list on a standard battle. Let's see if this one will actually load. And if it doesn't load, we'll cut it here, guys. Nope, it's going. Okay, good. A lot of Crusaders and Churchills. So it don't bode too well for us in this battle either. So we're... Oh, wow, I ain't seen this map in a while. So we're going to be playing a support role. Kind of like that Matilda Black Prince there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off to the side and let these bigger boys push up ahead of me. And then I'm going to pull up behind them and support them. Look at that. It's got a little rearview mirror on the front wheel well. That's awesome. It's got a little rearview mirror on a tank. Oh shit, that is awesome. And it's kind of angled just so the viewport there so you can see it. Who's coming? Oh shit. That is awesome. Su-85. I mean, I like seeing other tanks besides these British tanks in some of these matches. There's not a lot, but you see some of them. And I like seeing them in there, you know, because you can pit your British tank up against what's currently alive, which is cool. But on the other hand, I don't see why they're running them at all, really, because why wouldn't you be playing with the new stuff? Unless the guy has like the 85B or something, he just wants to try the next one out he's gonna get something like that. Then yeah, okay, I understand. All right, we got a Churchill coming up here. A20 up there. I wonder if I can hit him at all. He back behind the mountain. And we need to put our gold rounds on here. So we'll set it up to load. There, now to load gold rounds. And I will say, using credits is not cost efficient. There we go. Come on, reload. No damage, I guess.
Like
that one hit. 52 damage. I mean, the damage is low. Now, of course, I know I'm not going to be hitting him. But, you know, I'm taking away his cover. Kind of keep him moving. See, that Crusader just bounced off of me, and I am angled. There we go. Penetrate through his turret. We're down to 77%. Let's get behind this tank. You stupid asshole. He's trying to hide behind me. And he's the heavy. See, so I'm going to take damage trying to get out of this fire. Because that heavy's not a team player at all. That's why I don't... I mean, I can't tell you how many times where I've seen really good players. I'm not saying it's just because our server, but I am. You know, I've seen bigger tanks pull right in front of me when I get tracked and I'm taking a ton of damage. You know, because he was being a douche and not letting me get back, he kept backing up behind me. I took way more damage than I needed to. I was actually surprised I didn't die. But, you know, that is one thing I'm running into a lot of douchebags on these servers. Now, I'm glad he's dead. I mean, I know he's on my team, but yeah. I don't like seeing people like that. I don't like playing with people like that, period. Now, we see how slow this thing is. It's the same way on live. So, nothing to fret over there. But, you know, this thing did take a lot of damage, but I was getting hit by a tier 5 tank. Probably by a couple others, too. But this thing is awesome. I love this thing. You know, I love the tier 5 version, and I really like this one as well. I don't know where that guy is. So I guess we're going to 228.
Target acquired. Enemy is hit.
Angle just in case he tries to shoot at me.
He's gone.
And we got the kill shot. So at least we got a kill. We did some damage to the other one too, so you know, we were not completely useless. We weren't didn't do a whole lot to help the team, but we did some. So we probably caused about as much damage as what health we have. And we survived. But yeah, I really like this one. Yeah, but that's probably because I really like the Matilda. Always have. I like the Ram 2 a little bit better though. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I like it. 10,000 credits, 507 experience straight. Would have been 1,000 doubled. Let's look at our auto repair. Oh, okay, I was on gold there. I had that set for gold for my ammunition. Otherwise, it would have been a whole lot more. So that was a bad example there. Alright, guys, so we're going to cut it here. We're going to leave it with the conclusion of Matilda Tier 4. Pretty good. Not as good as the Tier 5, but as survivable. The only thing that might end up, it's going to end up getting it would be the matchmakers when you're up against them Tier 6s. But otherwise, pretty damn good tank. I look forward to playing it on live. So, until next time, guys, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this tank. I may even, well, I don't know. It's possible I could sell my gold one and play this one. Because then I could always get this one anytime anytime I want to go back and play the Matilda. Then I have a free slot. I don't know. It'll actually depend on if they keep it. If they don't keep it in the game, I'll definitely hang on to mine. But yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I have no complaints with it. Even the gun. I mean, it's not anywhere near as good as the gold gun, but it's a Tier 4. For being Tier 4, it's pretty decent. So, till next time, remember to subscribe so you will see the next video. You'll be notified about the next video coming out, which will be tomorrow, the day after you're watching this one, or the day after this one was released. I'm actually recording a lot of these videos. This is the third video I've recorded tonight. I've recorded Mark 1, 2, 3, and this one tonight, and I'm probably going to do Tier 5 tonight too. So, until next time, guys, I will see you in game.